India proud when they went to Incheon at the Asian Games, came back with a rich haul of medals, 11 gold in total for India, and today the champions are right here with us on Times Now. You can join us in on this very special show. You can tweet us your comments and your questions for all the medal winners.
4x4 for women, India.
The champions who made India proud at Incheon getting honoured for their achievements. The poster girl of Indian women's boxing, Mary Kom, who packed a golden punch at Asian Games, attributing the success to her never-say-die attitude.
Don't give up. Aur karna hai. That is, I have, a will.
Sania Mirza's late decision to go to Incheon paid off as she bagged a gold in mixed doubles. The tennis ace overjoyed to have done the country proud.
It is very special. I feel very, obviously I made the right choice. I feel like that, and it was the right choice the minute I decided to go, and I'm really happy that we could come back with, especially a gold, but also with 5 medals, because I think they were talking about the tennis, contingent not being in the Asian Games at all. So we're happy that we were back with 5 medals.
The 2014 Asian Games saw Indian hockey coming back into the limelight. Sardar Singh's men beating Pakistan to win a gold medal after 16 years, and more importantly, booking an Olympic berth. The Indian skipper promising to keep the good work going.
पिछले 7-8 महीने से लास्ट जो हमने वर्ल्ड कप खेला था, फिर कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स, तो उसके बाद एक्चुअली जो हमारा टारगेट था कि इस टूर्नामेंट को जीतना है, और मैं समझता हूँ कि टीम अभी काफ़ी ग्रो कर रही है, और उम्मीद करते हैं कि अभी 2 साल का टाइम है हमारे पास, और ट्राई करेंगे कि वर्ल्ड की जो बेस्ट टीम्स हैं उनके साथ ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा मैचेस खेलें.
Several other glittering performances helping the country finish with 57 medals. The sports minister acknowledging the efforts of the athletes.
Your achievements are glittering and inspiring, especially considering the high level of competition in many events.
With the Rio Olympics less than 2 years away, these champions have their eyes set on earning more glory for the country.
We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to find out what the roadmap for the next 2-3 years for Indian sport is, and a lot more. But first of all, a big congratulations to all of you, and a big thank you from all Indians and all sports fans for bringing us the gold medals. Mary Kom, we're going to start with you, because you've already been felicitated, all of you, and you've got that title of the most valuable player. What do you think? Yahan sabhi gold medalists hain, and every gold medal is special. It's worth its weight literally in gold. That most valuable player title, why do you think you got it? ऐसी क्या special वजह है जो आपको वो title मिला?
I think that most valuable award got as a mother, and after 3, a mother, only 1 kid, not 2 kids. After 3 kids, people, obviously, it was very difficult. It was very hard for me come back and again perform, and it was very, very difficult for me. So because of my all hard work and passion. And of course, sir is always supporting me before I go for this Asian Games. Always giving pushing or saying that you will win the gold medal for the country.
Yes.
So I don't know.
I read about the fact you were very worried about the pressure that was being put for you. Yeah.
I couldn't be do that, or I can come back with a goal. Maybe I was really confused because we don't know boxing. If we lost in the first match, we can't fight in another day.
Yes.
So if once we lost, then that will very hard. So everyone is supporting me, and of course main support is sitting with me. So thank you so much, sir, once again. And I think that because of that they are giving this valuable award.
Yes, and we're all so proud of you. And I'll come to you, Mr. Sonwal, in just a minute, because we really want to know what the roadmap really for all the athletes is going to be over over the next 2 years. But let me get some of the other women's point of view first, because Sania, if we can come to you, a word on Mary, because she's talked about how difficult it is to come back into competitive sport after having children. As a woman, I'm sure all of you understand that. And also, then we'll talk about tennis, where of course the team almost got axed and came back with one of the richest hauls.
Yeah, I mean, for all women, I think Mary is a huge inspiration. I mean, I'm a married woman. It's hard enough to play when you're married. So when you have kids, it's even harder. So hats off to her for everything that she's achieved. And as women, I mean, I think this just proves the whole culture that we have, that as women we should not play sport kyunki ladke jaisi ho jayegi ya kali ho jayegi. There are so many problems that we face as growing up, and I think that this just proves that whether you're married, whether you have kids, if you want it and if you have the will, I think that you can do it.
And what about tennis, Sania? Before the Asian Games, there was so much confusion. You almost didn't play. We're so glad that you did. But the great thing is, other than you, the rest of the squad also came back with medals. 5 medals in tennis is fantastic.
Yeah, most definitely. I think that was very good. I think it shows the depth in tennis in India, because we obviously did not go with our A team. In the women we did, but in the guys we didn't. And we still came back with 5 and a gold in there. So that's as good as all the other years, I think. So I think that most definitely, I think it was a very proud thing for us to come back with 5 medals, but also have a gold in there and a silver and 2 bronzes.
Absolutely. Saket, let's get your word on that, because as Sania said, it's so reassuring that you don't go with what you would call your A team. Some of your stalwarts have decided not to play. Some of the other higher ranked players have decided not to play. But you guys pulled out all the stops and brought us the medals.
I mean, absolutely. It's my first Asian Games there. I mean, we had to fulfill top guys. It's tough to fulfill those legends of Indian tennis. I mean, we had a chance. I mean, we had to go there, prove ourselves. I think we did pretty well. Composed ourselves, had a game plan, and tried to get as many medals as possible for the country.
So how does that augur for tennis in the years to come?
It's a good thing, encouraging for us, for the coming years. I mean, we have a lot of depth. I think everyone's pushing each other, so it's encouraging for us to get better each day and then get into the Grand Slam for singles individuals-wise, and then compete for the Davis Cup, Fed Cup, and Olympics and all the team event sports we can do.
Exactly, and that's the message, hopefully, Mr. Sonowal, that the Sports Ministry has really received after this really thumping performance at the Asian Games. It's very clear that India has the potential to be a powerhouse in many sports other than cricket. So what's your plan for that?
For the players, we have decided to target Olympic podium. So that's the platform we have started.
And what is this target Olympic podium going to do?
That target will be to get more and more medals, so that training facility can be improved, and whatever modern facilities required for the players to grow to compete at the highest level of competition.
So regarding that, you have announced that there's going to be more foreign coaches, physios, and all that backup that's required. How soon are we going to see that in effect?
Now we have first a round of selection criteria has already been cleared, and we are going to select more, because our target to select 150 elite athletes of the country. They'll be prepared for 2016 Olympic. So that's the target of the top target Olympic podium. So we have seen their difficulties, because players have a lot of difficulties. They are facing a lot of problems. So we are trying to understand their problem, and as per their requirement, we'll have to provide. We'll have to behave in the near future.
Yes.
So as per their requirement, we'll have to act. So there should not be any crisis of their training system. Whatever facilities required, particularly Olympics, such a huge events, in that platform, if our player has to perform, then definitely there needs support from all quarters.
They do. We are going to talk about boxing, because the boxing body is in suspended animation. It is one of the problems you're going to have to address. We'll come back to that. But just before we head into a short break, one quick question. You've also talked about a program of national talent search, and this is for kids. We'd like to know about that.
Yeah, we have this thing going to implement this particular scheme. This is mainly for those age group 8 to 12. So at the block level, at the district level, at the state level, there will be a battery of tests, and through this test, this test would be conducted by some expert, and they will select 200 numbers of players from every state we have got 29 states, 7 union territories.
How is it going to be different from the size centers that are already working?
No, size centers is working, but this age group, like between 8 and 12.
Okay.
Because they will be group for the future.
Okay.
Because they will be like given full facilities, because earlier this particular scheme was not there. But this time, after realizing the sports condition in their country, and we have aggressively decided, because our Honorable Prime Minister is very much keen to promote sports in the country.
Okay.
That's why there's an additional allocation of funds in the resources in the budget also.
Mr. Sonowal, we are definitely going to hold you to that.
Yeah.
Okay, you can be sure of that. We're going to take a very, very short break. Do stay with us through the next couple of minutes, because we're going to come back. We're going to talk to the hockey captain. We will be talking to the kabaddi captain. We'll be talking to the girls who ran the 4x400 relay. We'll talk to the pistol king and many, many more. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thank you very much for returning with us. The champions are here on time now. We're speaking to all the gold medalists at the Asian Games in Incheon. And we're going across to perhaps a couple of the youngest members of the squad that came back with the gold medal. Let's talk to the squash players. We have Kush Kumar and Harinder Pal Sandhu with us. Kush and Harinder, very, very encouraging to see that, you've made history. You got that gold. The women got their medals too, a silver and a bronze. Clearly, squash really coming into its own now.
Yeah, this is the first time we got the gold medal in the Asian Games, and I'm the youngest player in the team. I think most of the players now will start playing squash. Like most of the players don't know about the squash in India. So I think after this, more people will come forward and join the squash.
What about you?
Yes, this medal has been of great encouragement to the whole squash fraternity in India. Like we had a major heartbreak in 2010 losing to Malaysia in the semis, and we had lost to Malaysia in the Asian seniors as well, just a couple of weeks back before the Asian Games. So we had worked really hard, and I can see that the squash scene is going to change in the country, and a lot of kids come up and say we want to be a squash players in the future. Yeah,
Sudhir Mishra from Bhubaneswar is on the phone with us. Yes, Sudhir.
Yeah, Shania, I'm extremely thankful to you for skipping the ATP tours and attend the calls of the country. It's nice for the country. So how it exactly feels when it's with other countrymates winning a doubles match and with your own teammate winning a medal for the country? How it feels?
So just quickly to clarify, he said that thank you for opting out of the ATP tour. I'm sure he meant WTA and playing for the country. In hindsight, how do you think that's worked out?
No, definitely. I think that was it was a bit of a crunch situation for us, but I think that it was the right choice as soon as I made it. Whether I won a medal or not, I think I would be happy to represent my country, and I'd make that choice again.
So let's actually go across to the one who got us the first one, Jitu Rai. If someone can just pass the mic to him, please. Jitu, shooting अब एक वो ट्रेडिशनल स्पोर्ट बन गया इंडिया के लिए जिसमें हमेशा मेडल आते हैं. आपके हिसाब से जो एशियन गेम्स में परफॉर्मेंस रही है वो क्या एक्सपेक्टेशन से थोड़ी कम रही है?
मेरा लिए इतना कम तो नहीं है. मैंने तो जो फर्स्ट में गेम हुआ
आपका गोल तो ऑब्वियसली बेस्ट है, बट ओवरऑल शूटिंग कंटिंजेंट के लिए
एक्चुअली पिछले साल जो इससे पहला हुआ था एशियन गेम्स, उसमें तो मैंने खेला ही नहीं, मतलब पार्टिसिपेट नहीं किया. मैं इतना जानता हूँ कि ये मेरा फर्स्ट एशियन गेम्स है, और इसमें जितना लेकिन मेरा होप मतलब मेरा जो दोस्त लोग साथ में प्रैक्टिस करता था, मैंने उन लोग से भी बहुत होप किया था कि बहुत अच्छा करेगा, लेकिन इतना खास अच्छा नहीं हुआ, लेकिन अच्छा होएगा.
और आप ये बताइए कि अब आप अगले 2 साल के लिए क्या प्लान है?
अभी मेरा प्लान है कि अभी जो भी मैं जो डाउन होने नहीं देना, कि अच्छा प्रैक्टिस करना है और अच्छा मेहनत करना है.
अभी तो बहुत अच्छा रन चल रहा है आपका, मेडल्स आते जा रहे हैं within 3 months. Jitu, we're just going to take a question from one of the callers.
But it's not a question. I just want to say congratulations to all the Mary Kom in particular, and Sania Mirza and all of the teammates who has won the gold for us and other awards for us. and I am going to declare today that I am going to give a 10 gram worth of coins of gold to each of them. I am in connection with, I am in contact with all the authorities. I am going to give from my side 10 gram gold coins.
That's very sweet of you.
Yeah, and
okay,
in
thanks so much for calling in. Thank you for your wishes. I'm sure they all appreciate it very much. We have more callers on the line, so I'm going to quickly go across to Karan from Bangalore. Yes, Karan.
Yeah, actually, this is Karan here from Bangalore. Yeah, my question to, Mary Kom. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, actually,
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mary Kom, she's from Northeast state, actually, specialty is mountaineer. And just, I want to ask her, being a mother of 2 children, how is the pressure and all those stress, how she cope all those things?
Yeah. Yeah, I think similar question to, how did you make this comeback and what gives you that inspiration?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, firstly, because this is come from, from my heart. Means you can say that this have a passion. After having a baby, it was a big challenge for me, and of course, in India, in our culture means that no one believes me after having a baby. No one is believing me, but I have a big challenge for that. I have so many challenges from the beginning, but the big challenge is after having a baby. So I really want to prove, and of course, because of all the country, entire country is supporting me. So of course I prove it, and now anyone else can do that. I mean, as an example. So in the future, I mean, Sania Mirza also can do. Everyone can do.
Sania, she's already put the target there for you. But very, very quickly, you have to tell us, do you think after the movie that's come out about your life, do you think more people have got to know about your story?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, my books are also, it's already coming out, autobiography,
yes.
and movie also coming. So maybe people's more they're knowing me about my
yes.
hard work, all passion, determination, dedication. So I really feel very happy, because mostly the poor people they are not they are not come forward because of the financial,
right.
And of course I'm same to them. So when I start boxing, my family background is all same to the other
So you feel you're an inspiration to people to come forward now.
So and that is I just want to say that even poor people also, if we have will, if we have passion, will, so we can do it. We can do that.
Yes.
We can. They can do it.
And that's where the support comes in from the Sports Ministry. So we'll be coming back to that. We'll also go to athletics, we'll go to archery, and we'll go to kabaddi after a very short break. Just stay with us for the next minute or so. We will be right back with the champions here on Times Now. Thank you very much for staying with us here on this very special broadcast. The champions are here with us on Times Now. And just before the break, Mary Kom had thrown down the gauntlet to Sania Mirza, saying, just like me, over the next 5 to 10 years, I expect you to have kids and come back to the sport and be a world beater. So, Sania, that's a pretty tall order that's been set for you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen, but yes, it can happen, most definitely.
But on a serious note, you know, just like she's the poster girl for boxing, you have been for tennis for a long time. We talked earlier about how encouraging it is that the entire squad's come back with this rich haul of medals. Which direction do you think Indian tennis is moving in? Is it moving in a good direction?
Yeah, I think most definitely. I think we should notice we got a women's doubles bronze,
Yes.
you know, and that's a medal we've never achieved before in any kind of game. I think the only time we did at Commonwealth Games when I played with Rushmi. So I think that's very important to notice that obviously we have girls coming up. You know, in the guys we have a much better future, I feel. There's a lot more. There's Saket, there's Sanam, there's I mean, there's Yuki, there's, you know, after Somdev, there's so many guys who are just on his heels at the moment.
And that reassurance came in these games.
Of course. And I think that tennis is looking up. I think men's tennis is looking a lot brighter than women's tennis, but in the women's as well, we have a couple of girls who are very good.
Okay, great. So we're going to come to some more women power in a minute, but first, just a quick call from one of our viewers. This is Hemant from Cuttack. Yes, Hemant, your question.
First of all, I'd like to thank Times Now for doing this, because it has never happened before that the other sports were, you know, brought out so much into the limelight, except cricket or a couple of more other games. And I want to congratulate all the players and to tell them that the whole nation stands by with them. Every teardrop and sweat that they've spent there, we all are with them all the time, and God bless them. God bless them. Keep it up.
Okay, thanks very much for calling in. Thank you for your kind words. I think that was just a sort of large congratulations to everyone. We have Mohit Jain on the phone with us now. Yes, Mohit?
Yeah, hi. Many congratulations to all the players. And I have a question, and I guess we have the sports minister over there, right? The government has repeatedly spoken about coming up with a report card at the end of its 5-year term. And I would like to see something added over there so that we can measure the government's performance. In the Chinese Asian Games in China, we had 14 gold medals. This time we had 11. And I would like to see the government coming up with a number, say 30 plus, for the next Asian Games as a rating of 5. If we get 20 to 29 gold medals, let us say a rating of 4. Something like that, so we can measure the government's performance.
Okay, yeah. Mohit, thanks very much. That's a great question, Mr. Sonowal. I was going to come to that, so let me just add to it before you answer. You've talked about some, you know, tall plans. Where is the check in the system going to come in to make sure that at regular intervals you are checking the progress that these schemes are making?
Yeah, like through our different scheme, we want to, you know, like see our, like, you know, this thing, rate of progress.
How frequently are you going to evaluate the progress?
Yeah, it is possible through, like, you know, interaction with the Federation, Indian Olympic Association, and other stakeholders. Because this time, like, as you know, we are as a sports policy, like sports to make sports as a way of life. So that's why, like, all sections of the society, we want to participate in the journey of sports, in the revolution of sports. Because if
it has to be a revolution. That's exactly what it has to be. Yes.
That is very important. And let every citizen take up sports as a way of life.
Okay.
Please encourage our sports person, sports world, so that, like, they can play under a free environment.
And so you also please encourage all our sports persons.
Definitely, I'm always there.
Yes.
That's why whenever, like, any sports person straightway call me, I always give patient hearing to them and try to give best possible way to sort out their problem.
Okay, so that's a great assurance coming in from the sports minister. We're going to go across to the women's 4x400 team now. Mandeep, Priyanka and Puvama are with us. You know, same question to all three of you. आप बताइए कि कहा जाता है एथलेटिक्स में स्पेशली इंडियन बिल्ड जो है वो वैसी नहीं है जो वर्ल्ड बीटर्स क्रिएट कर सकती है एथलेटिक्स में. आप लोगों की ट्रेनिंग, आप लोगों की प्रेपरेशन कैसे होती है दैट रिपीटेडली स्पेशली इन दिस वुमेन्स रिले इवेंट वी आर सीइंग सच गुड रिजल्ट्स. वुड यू लाइक टू स्टार्ट, पुवामा?
हम लोग
का कंटिन्यूसली 2006 में भी गोल्ड था, 2010 में भी गोल्ड था, लेकिन हर एक साल में टीम अलग था. जो भी 2006 में भागा था, 2010 में नहीं भागा था, लेकिन 2-3 एथलीट्स.
Not all four same. Yeah.
And now in 2014, only Mandeep Kaur was there in the team. The other 3 are different.
Right.
So हम लोग रिले ऐसे बोल सकते कि इंडियंस विमेन रिले टीम एक्सपर्ट्स है, क्योंकि अभी टिंटू लोग होते भी वो केरला में ट्रेनिंग करती है, हम लोग भी एक साइड में ट्रेनिंग करते हैं. सो हम लोग एक टीम में आते वक्त हम लोग ये नहीं सोचते कि हम लोग दूसरे मीन्स प्लेस में ट्रेनिंग करते. एक टीम होकर हम लोग रेस भागते हैं, और यही क्योंकि 2014 में हम लोग एक्सपेक्टेशंस गोल्ड ही था. हमारा यही एम था कि क्योंकि 2010 में गेम्स रिकॉर्ड किया था, हम लोग को 2014 में भी गेम्स रिकॉर्ड ब्रेक करना था, और हम लोग वही किया.
Yes. They were superb. It was so exciting to watch. Now, Mandeep, आप प्राइम मिनिस्टर से मिले हैं आज सुबह. क्या बात हुई? क्या किस तरीके का आप लोगों को congratulations, किस तरीके के विशेष, किस तरीके के reassurance मिले हैं आपको प्राइम मिनिस्टर से?
उन्होंने आज जो भी सभी प्लेयर्स को बहुत अच्छे तरीके से मिले, और
क्या बात हुई?
उन्होंने कहा भी, जैसे उन्होंने ऑस्ट्रेलिया के मिनिस्टर से बात की है इंडियन जो स्पोर्ट्स के बारे में भी, इंडियन स्पोर्ट्स को और भी ऊपर लेके आएंगे. तो वो बहुत अच्छी सोच है उनकी स्पोर्ट्समैन के लिए. जो वो लोग बाहर के मिनिस्टर के साथ बात कर सकते भी, चाहे वो एथलेटिक्स के, हॉकी है, टेनिस है, कोई भी स्पोर्ट्स को वो मतलब वो इतना सपोर्ट कर रहे, तो हमारे लिए अच्छा है. तो हम लोग आगे सोचेंगे कि हम लोग भी ओलंपिक्स में मेडल दें, स्पेशली एथलेटिक्स में. और एथलेटिक्स में काफ़ी होप है 4x4 रिले टीम में भी. जो हम लोग को वो पूरी सहूलतें हमें मिलेगी, तो पूरा चांस है कि एथलेटिक्स में एक ओलंपिक्स में जरूर गोल्ड देंगे हम लोग.
हमें भी यही उम्मीद है आपसे. प्रियंका, आपको भी ये लग रहा है कि गवर्नमेंट से उस तरीके का सपोर्ट अब मिलने की उम्मीद है कि अगले 4-6 सालों में उस तरीके का सपोर्ट मिलेगा स्पोर्ट्स को जैसा जरूरत है इंडिया में?
आज जब मीटिंग हो रही थी तो हमारे स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर्स ने बोला कि जो भी फैसिलिटीज़ ओलंपिक में मेडल या किसी भी गेम्स में मेडल के लिए आप लोग को चाहिए, आप प्लीज़ हम लोग के साथ में बैठ के हम लोग से डिस्कस करिए कि आपको कौन से कंट्रीज़ में ट्रेनिंग के लिए जाना है और कौन सी कंट्रीज़ में आपको क्या क्या फैसिलिटीज़ चाहिए, प्लीज़ आप हमें दीजिए, हम आपका फुल फील करेंगे. और उन्होंने बोला कि आपको जो भी चाहिए हम डन करेंगे. तो बहुत अच्छा लगा प्राइम मिनिस्टर, स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर से ये बात सुन के कि उन्होंने बोला है कि आप सिर्फ ट्रेनिंग करिए, फैसिलिटीज हम आपको प्रोवाइड कराएंगे.
Okay, that's great to know. Let's also get the response on that from some of the other athletes, some of the other gold medal winners that are with us right now. Abhishek Verma from the gold medal winning archery squad is also with us. We are going to take a couple of questions from our viewers, but very quickly, Abhishek, if you'd also like to just talk about that, the kind, archery again, a field where we've often done very well, sometimes not done so well. What is that missing link to ensure that this always happens, the kind of performance we saw this time?
ये कहना मुश्किल होगा कि कंटिन्यू परफॉर्मेंस टॉप पे रहे. एक स्पोर्ट्समैन की लाइफ में अप एंड डाउन चलता रहता है, और आर्चरी धीरे धीरे बढ़ रही है, कर रहे हैं, कोई हम कर रहे हैं, कभी कोई कर रहा है. जैसे रिकर्व और कंपाउंड दोनों डिवीज़न है, इस बार कंपाउंड ने कर दिया, तो दोनों प्रमोट कर रहे हैं. बाकी पहले से आर्चरी काफ़ी डेवलप हो चुकी है, ऊपर उठ चुकी है, और नए रिकॉर्ड्स कर रहे हैं. और लेकिन ये बोलना चाहूँगा कि ये जो मेडल है ये बहुत बड़ा मेडल था. और इसको पहुँचने के लिए सिर्फ हमारी मेहनत काम की नहीं है, इसमें गवर्नमेंट का सपोर्ट, फेडरेशन का सपोर्ट एंड मोस्ट स्पोर्ट्स अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया का सपोर्ट, इन सब का मिक्सचर करके ऊपर तक हम पहुँचे हैं और इस मेडल को अचीव करा है. और सपोर्ट मिलता रहेगा तो ओलंपिक भी दूर नहीं कि उससे भी गोल्ड आएगा.
कंसिस्टेंसी भी मेंटेन रहेगी. We'll just go across to the kabaddi captain also, but we do have a couple of callers who've been waiting patiently on the phone. Let's go across to some of our callers now. Let's get the first caller in. Megha from Delhi is with us. Yes, Megha.
हाय, मैं मेरी कॉम से बात करना चाहती हूँ.
जी बोलिए.
हम लोग यहाँ पे स्टूडेंट हैं और हम उनसे ये जानना चाहते हैं कि इतना सब कुछ तो उन्हें जीता हुआ है, शी वंस सच जीता हुआ है, पर जब वो फेलियर को फेस करती हैं तो उनका क्या रिएक्शन रहता है, हम लोग ये जानना चाहते हैं. ओके.
Okay, just before we get her to answer, let's just go across to Satish also, who has a question. We'll take both the questions and then we'll get the answers. Yes, Satish, your question.
Speaking from Gurgaon, madam, thank you very much for giving me this chance. Hello?
बोलिए आप, हमें आपकी आवाज आ रही है।
जो बेटियां हैं, सानिया है, मैरी कॉम है, मेरे देश की जो बेटियां मेडल जीत के लाई हैं, ऑल दीज
यस,
तो ये बेटियों को मैं बधाई देना चाहूंगा।
You're going to have to switch off your television actually, because thanks for your question. We've taken it. We'll go across. We'll go across to Mary and Sania on that. I think the larger drift of those two questions were that you repeatedly win. You've won a lot. You've won a lot of medals, a lot of laurels. How do you keep the inspiration alive to keep doing well? Sania, should we start with you?
Yeah, I think that I think it really comes from what you love and what you enjoy. Somewhere I love playing for my country. I love playing tennis. This is what I know. I mean, I've done it for 21 years of my life really, and there's not much I know other than that. And besides that, but I think that the motivation comes from my team, my parents, my families, but also a lot from Twitter and my fans who just keep giving me all these inspiring, people like this. And you want to do it for them, you want to do it for the people, and that's about it. I mean, and as long as my body can handle it, I think I'll be doing it for a longer time.
Excellent. Mary?
Well, my motivation is come through God, because actually no one, even my family, no one is supporting me just after having a kid. So it's come on my own. It's through God, I think. So
okay. That's great to know.
Yeah. So keep on supporting ourselves is no one can beat.
Okay, just keeping in that theme, just quickly before we go to a break, I want to go across to Rakesh, because, that's not a sport that you see perhaps on the Olympic platform, but that's a team, the Kabaddi team, which has always done extremely well. Their expectation, आपका expectation हमेशा gold रहता है, and once again आपने deliver किया है, women's team ने भी deliver किया है. तो कबड्डी के लिए आपके मतलब क्या hopes हैं, क्या plans हैं, क्या उम्मीद है?
बिल्कुल, मैं बताना चाहूँगा कि हमारे कंटिन्यू कैंप चलते हैं एशियन गेम के, लगातार 1 साल से हमारा कैंप था। छोटे कैंप थे, बड़े नहीं थे, तो हम कंटिन्यू प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, फिटनेस करते हैं, अच्छा खाते हैं। कबड्डी में तो आपको पता है, तो इसलिए मेडल जीते हैं। तो बस 7 बार चैंपियन है कबड्डी, सभी देश उम्मीद करता है हमसे कि कबड्डी में तो गोल्ड आएगा।
बिल्कुल, हमेशा उम्मीद रहती है।
तो इस चीज को हम बरकरार रखेंगे और आगे में भविष्य में भी हम चैंपियन बने रहेंगे।
जी, और आपका शायद ये कहना था एशियन गेम्स के बाद कि इंडिया को जैसे 11, 12, कभी 13, 14 गोल्ड मिल जाते हैं एशियन गेम्स लेवल पे, आपका ये मानना है कि इंडिया इससे कई ज्यादा एक्सपेक्टेशन रखनी चाहिए?
बिल्कुल, अभी हमारे 11 गोल्ड आए हैं, तो अभी 16 में भी अच्छे मेडल आएंगे हमारे, और जो 18 का एशियन गेम है, तो मेरा ये मानना है कि उसमें ये डबल हो जाएंगे, 22 गोल्ड कम से कम हमारे आएंगे।
Absolutely.
क्यों, हमें जो सुविधाएं प्रोवाइड कर रही है गवर्नमेंट, हमारे अच्छे कैंप लग रहे हैं, अच्छी फैसिलिटी दे रही हैं, तो उनको देखते हुए एथलीट बहुत अच्छा करेंगे।
Well, let's hope so. 22 gold is your prediction for the next Asian Games. 2 of those are going to come from Kabaddi. We can be sure of that. We're heading into a very short break, but I'd like to remind all our viewers right now that the Sports Minister, most of these athletes here, everyone is available on Twitter, on Facebook. If you would like to directly connect with them, not just through the phone calls, but through Twitter and Facebook, please do so right now, and we will be flashing your questions and your comments on our screens. We'll take a very short break and be right back. Do stay with us. Thanks very much for staying with us on this special presentation. You are with the champions on Times Now, and we're going to return to hockey for a minute, because not only did the Indian men's hockey team win us a gold after 16 long years at the Asiad, but what was very, very important for a lot of people watching through the country was that they beat Pakistan in the final to get that gold. So let's talk to the captain Sardara Singh about that. Sardara, Pakistan को जब आप फाइनल में बीट करते हैं तो उसका एक कुछ अलग ही मतलब लेवल होता है, एक अलग ही महत्व होता है पूरे देश के लिए। Going into the match, आपके माइंड में क्या चल रहा होता है?
देखिए, मैं पहले कहना चाहूँगा कि जिस तरीके से हमारी पिछले 7-8 महीने से जो ट्रेनिंग हो रही थी, हमने ये सोचा था कि हमने ये टूर्नामेंट जीतना है, और उसके बाद मैं कहूँगा कि जो हमारा फाइनल मैच था पाकिस्तान के साथ, सभी इंतज़ार कर रहे थे क्योंकि हमेशा इंडिया और पाकिस्तान की इंटरेस्टिंग हॉकी होती है और अटैकिंग हॉकी होती है। तो उसमें मेन ये है कि क्योंकि अभी हमारी टीम में काफ़ी एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर हैं, उसमें मेन ये है कि अपने आप को कूल रख के और गेम के लिहाज से हम मैच खेलें। तो टारगेट यही था कि सभी जो कोचेज स्ट्रेटजी बताएंगे उसके हिसाब से हम खेलें और सभी प्लेयर्स ने वही किया और मैं कहूँगा कि टीम एफर्ट थी जिसका हमें रिजल्ट मिला।
Absolutely, and we're hoping that the team, is going to go back to that world level. Teams like Australia, some of the European teams which play at that level of hockey. Interestingly, Sardara, आपके लिए एक हमारे पास ऑस्ट्रेलिया से कॉलर है अभी. So I think we have Malkit from Sydney who wants to speak to the hockey captain. Yes, Malkit, what do you want to say?
I just congratulate all the medal winners, and I would like to congratulate the hockey captain Sardar Singh, and I think the boys played an excellent hockey. It was really fun watching them, and I just like to tell them to keep up the good work and come up with a medal in the Olympic Games. I really watched the hockey. I'm a great follower of hockey, and I still play hockey. So well done, Sardar Singh.
Thanks, Malkit, for calling in. We really appreciate that. Largely just a congratulations, but just to add to that, एक यूरोपियन स्टाइल अलग होता है हॉकी का, हमारा जो सबकॉन्टिनेंटल स्टाइल है वो अलग है. अंडर टेरी वॉल्श, अंडर द कोचिंग स्टाफ दैट यू हैव, आप लोगों को अगले 2-3 साल गोइंग अप टू रियो एटलीस्ट किस तरीके का डायरेक्शन दिया गया है?
देखिए, फिलहाल ग्राउंड के काफ़ी एरियाज़ है जिसके ऊपर अभी हमें वर्क करने की ज़रूरत है, पर लड़के जैसे मैंने पहले बोला कि हर एक ट्रेनिंग सेशन में नया सीख रहे हैं. तो अभी जैसे हमारा यही होता है कि जैसे लास्ट हमारी जो जर्नी थी मिस्टर टेरी वॉल्श के साथ वर्ल्ड कप से शुरू किया था, फिर उसके बाद जो हमने वर्ल्ड कप में गलतियां की उसके बाद नेक्स्ट कैंप में उसके ऊपर इम्प्रूवमेंट्स की और पूरा हमारा टारगेट था कि एशियन गेम तक हम अपने आप को फिट कर लें और जो भी हमारी गलतियां उसमें सुधार लेके आएँ. तो अभी मेन यही होगा कि अभी जो हमारे नेक्स्ट आने वाले कैंप्स हैं और जो हमने लास्ट टूर्नामेंट में गलतियां की हैं और क्या हम अच्छा कर सकते हैं आने वाले टाइम में कि हम सेम ये जो हमारी परफॉर्मेंस है इसको मेंटेन करने के लिए वर्ल्ड लेवल के टूर्नामेंट जीतने के लिए ट्राई करेंगे कि हम अपनी और ट्रेनिंग करें और अपने आप को फिट रखें.
Well, that's great. It's very reassuring to know that after winning a gold medal, they're talking about looking at where they were lacking. That bodes really well for the next couple of years. We're just about winding this down, but we're going to get in a couple of last questions from the girls here. We'll go across to Mandeep also quickly. Mandeep, just one word. Athletics में अगले कुछ सालों के लिए ज़रूरत क्या है? आपको स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्ट्री से एक्सपेक्टेशन क्या है और आप क्या चाहेंगे, किस तरीके का सपोर्ट ज़रूरी है एथलेटिक्स के लिए?
एथलेटिक्स में सबसे ज़रूरी है उनके जो कैंप्स कहाँ लग रहे हैं, क्योंकि इंडिया में जब गर्मी होती है तो बहुत ज़्यादा होती है, सर्दी होती है तो बहुत ज़्यादा होती है, उसमें प्रैक्टिस करने की हमें प्रॉब्लम होती है. और इंडियन गवर्नमेंट को चाहिए कि हमारे कैंप से जो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बाहर लगाए जाए, क्योंकि हमें जो वर्ल्ड लेवल के प्लेयर्स के साथ हम लोग ट्रेनिंग करेंगे तो हमें उनके साथ रनिंग करने के टाइम पूरा कॉन्फिडेंस होगा कि हम लोग उनके साथ ट्रेनिंग कर चुके हैं और रनिंग के टाइम हमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी. मेरी यही रिक्वेस्ट है कि हमारा कैंप है जो आगे ओलंपिक्स आने वाली है, हम लोग उधर मेडल ले सकते हैं, बस उसमें यही प्रॉब्लम कि हम लोगों को वर्ल्ड लेवल के लेवल का जो भी है सब कुछ मिलना चाहिए.
So more foreign training.
Foreign training.
So Mr. Sonowal, I'm sure that's something that the sports ministry would like to look into, and that's going to happen over the next few years.
Yeah, we are interested to extend their full support because we have already decided to extend our support.
Yes.
As we are going to prepare our team for the greatest event, Olympic.
Yes.
So that's why all
which is just 2 years away now.
Yeah,
so a lot to do.
Yeah, a lot to do. Yeah.
Sania, closing comments from you. The sports minister was talking about how we need a revolution for this country to become a real sporting giant. Some wheels of change probably already in motion, but where does it need to go from here?
Yeah, I've always said this and maybe come under some criticism, but we're not a sporting nation, we're a cricketing nation, and I think we should address that, and I think that like the sports minister, and I mean even with the meeting with the Prime Minister today, we got a feeling, at least I got a feeling, that they are willing to address that and move forward from here. It's changed a lot over the last 20 years, of course, since I've been playing, but we have a long way to go. We still don't have the infrastructures that are there outside. I was just telling the sports minister the amount of money that's put into sport. I mean, we cannot put in 5% of that money and expect the same kind of results that an England or Australia or an America give.
Yes.
We need to put in that kind of money. We need to put in that kind of effort, and we need to realize that. Like she said, I mean, they can get a medal. It's just about doing it. It's just about doing the right things, I think. And so the same way, I hope that now hockey is resurgent, and
Yes.
we have a gold here, and hopefully they'll go to the Olympics and get a medal for us there. And the same way for everyone else. But I do think that it's the team that goes into it, including the government. That team involves the coaching, the training, but I think that the government plays a very important role.
Well, absolutely. And, on that note, we would like to thank the Sports Minister for being with us today. And a huge thank you to all of you, the gold medalists, for sharing your time with us, talking to our viewers, taking their questions, because it's so nice for sports fans to be able to connect directly with all of you. Once again, sir, we hope that the things that you're putting in place over the next 2 years, the roadmap for sports, we certainly hope that it pans out as planned. And as I said, our promise is that we're going to hold you to your promises. That's the best that we can do. And once again, congratulations to everybody. Thank you so much for making India proud. And thank you all for tuning in here on our very special broadcast, Champions on Times Now. Thank you for connecting with us through social media, as well as to all of you who called in. Many thanks once again. Congratulations to all our gold medalists.